All right, now moving on from these conversations, one of the conversations that was highlighted is immigration or the migration of Nigerians to the UK. Let's talk about that right away.
Yes, of course, the United Kingdom I just mentioned actually is considering, well, now tightening the rules on dependents of migrants entering the United Kingdom very soon. Home Secretary Suella Braverma is looking to clamp down on the numbers after Home Office immigration figures showed a startling inconsistency across different nationalities coming to the UK to work and study, of which Nigerians accounted for 40% of all dependents who accompanied foreign students in the 12 months to June, despite Nigerian students making just 7% of all foreign students during the same period.
Now, some 34,000 Nigerians were given study visas in the UK, bringing with them a total of 31,898 dependents. A similar ratio was recorded for work visas, with 8,972 Nigerians issued with one in the 12 months to June, bringing with them 8,576 dependents. As you can see on the graph there on your screen, that's basically showing the population dependents accompanying foreign students in the UK. We have for China, India, Nigeria, Pakistan, and USA. Now, we are asking here, why are Nigerians taking too many dependents? Because it seems from the graph, we can see that Nigeria has the highest rate of dependents. Is the Jackpot syndrome a means to an end? Now, joining us to discuss this and answer the question all the way from the United Kingdom is Dr. Leke Adebisi, a Nigerian British professional and an expert in areas of accountability, governance, and reform in the public sector with over 2 decades of professional experience within the Nigerian and the UK financial industry. Welcome and thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, Dr. Leke, let's, of course, get straight into the issues in the UK. What's currently going on? And, why has the United Kingdom suddenly become a must-go location for Nigerians?
Now, we need to look at the background of what is happening vis-a-vis the events within the UK, so that when we go back to the Theresa May government, way back in 2012, I think, the migration of allowing students to come into the UK was repealed. Now, come 2018, 2019, by the time Boris Johnson came in, the door was open again. Now, you will also see at that time that the UK was short of skilled staff at the time. If you remember, last year we're talking about we need more lorry drivers to come and help out to drive lorries in the UK. Is that bad? And again, I would like to say that the UK has been really generous. Not all countries will open their borders to students to come and study here. And the UK also is facing the illegal immigration from Dover, Calais into the UK. See those dinghy boats coming through the waters and Dover into the UK. So all of these are challenges facing the UK. Now, Suella Braverma spoke about students coming into the UK to study. She didn't single out Nigerians. She only said, look, at the end of the day, we need to curb excess number of people coming to the UK, not single out Nigerians. Now, when we look at the statistics, truly, like you quoted, 7% of people given immigration visas represents Nigeria, just 7%. However, the total people with greatest dependents, Nigeria carries 40% there. So it's almost like for every one person you have given visa to, there is one person coming with them. That is the way the statistics is looking. So at the end of the day, let's look at Nigeria itself. ASFI is on strike. It's been on strike for 8 months. So these students have been stranded, and people believe that, look, when I went to university in Nigeria, we usually talk about you have 4 years plus N, and N is indeterminable. You can come out at any time because as you can go on strike, anything can happen. So people feel that they would like to do more with their time by coming to the UK, which is the right thing to do. Now, also, the Nigerian system at the moment is not that fortunate to be able to take care of all of its graduates. You have a lot of graduates who still remain unemployed, So people are looking for opportunities and they're trying to make their own life better. So people are coming out of Nigeria to come and make their life better like every other people, every other country is doing. For instance, we're talking about students coming into the UK. The truth is, Nigeria is not the highest. While we're talking about 30-something thousand to June 2022, students granted leave to come to the UK. If we look at Chinese, it's about 115,000 students coming through in China, from China, although their dependent is only 400 or something like that. While for the 30-something thousand that we had almost 30-something thousand dependents coming through from Nigeria. So I think all of these factors put together is going to really straighten out the narrative around why are Nigerians coming to the UK at this, close to extreme rate. Because if you look at 2019 to 2022, the rate of Nigerians coming has gone up by 686%.
Right.
That
Okay.
is huge.
Now,
That is huge.
the numbers are staggering, over 31,000 dependents. Now, according to Home Office spokesperson, this is the highest on record in UK's time series, with a substantial increase representing both a recovery from low numbers during COVID-19 pandemic, but also an increase on the pre-pandemic period. Now, let's talk about, what this means for Nigerians in the UK and Nigerians in Nigeria looking to maybe go to the UK to study. What will this mean if the clampdown should actually happen?
Well, at the end of the day, the UK is very good at curtailing things they don't want. That is one thing about the UK. Which country knows how many people is coming in and going out? Very few. But UK knows exactly how many people are coming in, how many people are going out. And when the time comes to curb it, they have their own ways of curbing it, and they won't single out Nigerians. They have their own way of curbing it, and they won't single out Nigeria. And let me tell you something. If we're going to look to the future, 17% of income that the universities get is coming from the non-EU students. That means people from all over the world carry 17%. Now, the government in the UK, at the interview with Suella Braverma, they were talking about the agenda of growth for the UK. The agenda of growth means the productivity in the economy. The present government is very new. They don't know what has hit them yet. So for them to hurry, in any hurry, drive a reform around where they're getting 17% of the university income from, somebody has to be very careful here. They will tell Suella, calm down. Except you've got that 17% to give to the universities will really kick against it. Let me tell you something again. In the year to June 2022, 486,000 student visas were issued. While a UK student will pay £9,000 for tuition on the average per year, an international student will pay £14,000. Now, multiply 486,000 by £14,000 is a huge business for the UK. So it's a win-win. The other thing is this. When these students pass through, they are given 2-year post-study. We know that we need skilled labor in the UK. The market is crying for them. From your last speaker, we just spoke about the brain drain. I call it brain drain, where all our doctors, all our nurses from Nigeria are now working in the UK, right? And that means patient per doctor in Nigeria is really draining, while the UK is really attractive to them.
Oh, Dr.
So
Leke.
at the end of the day, the UK needs us.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Leke, I think I would agree with you on that, in that regard. The challenge here is, while you have these staggering figures of Nigerians moving there, paying these school fees like you've mentioned, your dependents aren't paying school fees. And I think that's where the challenge is, from the UK. But it's a conversation that we'll follow up on and see what the rest of the year looks like. And of course, bring you back again. Thank you very much for your time and for speaking with us this morning.